Okay, so here's the deal. This is where we park. It's not as pretty, but it's as safe as any other one. This of course works with the main door, with the key. You get in here. See, there's gonna be the window cover up so the sun doesn't burn everything. You gotta insert this into the ignition, turn it, and the secret is that I was told that you pump it twice, 1, 2, and of course clutch, and so this is how the car runs. When you want to take out the keys, you have to push down this little button here. I hope you can see it in this. You have to push down the button before you can turn it again and remove the key. What else is here? Oh, this used to be our tip, the import permit. The windows go up and down, kind of heavy. Sometimes it goes better, sometimes not. But it's an old car, so we pull it up. Sometimes you can help it with the hands pushing it up. There's this lever, which I don't know what it does. I think it used to be an auto pilot or something, but you know, the rest is like regular car. Here's some stuff. Oh, underneath the seat we got this device here, which locks the steering wheel, which I will just put up here before we leave. What else is on? And then the outside is the fun part. In this cabinetry you will see, and this is this key. You will see there's a main battery for the house. It's the house battery. This is the inverter. When it starts beeping, it means that it doesn't have enough energy. Right now it's 12.3. Turn on and off here. So if the microwave wouldn't start or something like that, and if there's enough energy, you just have to reset it here. So turn it on or off, sorry, and then turn it on again. Yeah. Then up here there's some tarps to cover the car, to go to the beach, whatnot. This is pretty much it. This place here, the other door is where you can make hot water. We made that back in the old days when we were in the Grand Canyon. You have to turn this knob, you will figure it out, and you have to ignite it there. You have to have a long match or a lighter. You will see, because the gas will come out there, and as long as you push down that button, this button will push down, it will come gas, and that will be that. What else? Oh, here we go. This the bumper has like, and everywhere on the car it has a little bit spot rust. The car was practically rust free when we bought it, but not anymore. I think Mexico is getting to it. This is where the gas is. This is about, I think, 30 liters or so. To remove this tank, I left some rugs in here and stuff, but basically, when you arrive, you can open this like this away from you, and then you can ignite the refrigerator to make it work. There is a lock here which will be removed now, because I think Heino needs it. But I recommend to get yourself a tiny lock here onto the gas tank so nobody steals it. We're still here at the gas tank. When you want to refill, basically try not to wait until the last minute. It should last about a month. I just filled it up for you. It's full. You will have to close this down, and this pipe, this thread here, this thread will open, and then you pull this aside and you pull this entire tank off. You can do it, or otherwise the dudes at the gas station, they will know how to do it. This is not locked by any means, so maybe if you go to some crime-ridden areas, maybe it's a good idea. Window there, I seal this here. If there's some more water would come in, I would say I would seal it again, but there was no water coming in. On this side we got okay, this is kind of important. This is an air vent from the fridge, and this really is where the fridge works. I mean the behinds of the fridge, and here you will see when you ignite it. So you will have to look through this little window here when you ignite it, and I'll show you in a minute how to ignite it. So when you open this up, you can see the flame in there. Right now I of course turned it off because we're just about to leave. This is the exhaust pipe, don't touch it, it gets really hot. Here is the gas tank. It opens with this tiny key. I hope this makes sense. Turn it one way or another, and there's another lock for additional safety, and that goes with this key. There's two of these, so I think it goes in like that, and then I'm sure you've done this before, so just lock it in. This we bought in Mexico. There was a one time when it also came out, that entire metal thing. So, and the quality of this is maybe not quite there. And here is the water. Here's where the water tank is. It says filled with clean water only, blah 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 blah. This goes with the key. Here you unscrew this cap and fill in water, and then lock it. You can see how the lock works. So this is on the outside. Yeah, these windows have been sealed everywhere and on top as well. There should not be any water leaking in. On this hood there's a lot of dents. Again, there's rust spots and stuff, so if you guys are traveling a lot in hot humid climates, this might get more rusty. I spray painted here and there with the primer on it. I think this is it on the outside. Interior, and this is the water filter. The water filtration is there's a manual in the papers. Within the papers, we just have it fixed with the rubber so it stays like that. There's two black filters in there. They should not wiggle. You should play with the screws on the other side when you clean them. Final will explain how to clean them. And that's pretty much it. This is self-explanatory. Gas, fire, everything. The gas will only go once you have the gas running. Water will run here. We included this thing. Now one more try at this. This thing is not somehow connected. The first switch is the water pump. Gives funky noises when it has some air in it. It still works, and when you pump it, eventually it builds up a pressure where you can have water running in the entire house with pressure. Lights everywhere, cabinetry. You don't need explanation. A fridge needs somewhat of explanation. How you close it and open it. Let me show you here. On top there's a thing, a switch, and it shows also an arrow to open it this way. And then you open it. There's the fridge. There's has been a problem with this, with the door, not with the fridge, that it is missing something on the other side. so you just be careful. We left a cool thing in there for you. Okay, this, when the fridge is running, these lamellen, these things get really cold, and it really works as a fridge. We left you some soya sauce, some mustard, spicy sauce, and some other stuff here. This is the water bottle we used. It's perfect. The best way is to put it in like this, so the edge is or the bottle is behind the edge, so it can close the door. Here you will see the panel, how you start this fridge, and it goes like this. You have to turn on the gas, as I mentioned earlier, and then you push in this button with the one hand. It's going to be kind of tough when I'm trying to shoot it with the camera, but you have to push this in, and then you have to push this. This is like a piezo electronic stuff, and then you have to push this in for a while. You can also send somebody outside to check on it while you're holding this down. Number 4 is the one they also recommend here, so I always had it on number 4, and we never had it frozen or bad, anything. Fuel selector is on gas. Here, this is like stuff we're still taking along. This is 12 volt. These two plugs work when you're connected to 110. This is a cabinetry with stuff in it. We left you sugar, salt, and all that. These are normal self-explanatory things. This you open like this and close like that. The same here. Open like this, close like that. We put some plastic on just in case there would be some leakage or anything out of the ordinary. TV, I plugged it in like, I had it fixed like this with a bungee cord. There's an HDMI cord, which I didn't intend to leave it, but I leave it here. This part is checking the battery level, as well as you can see the charge of the solar panels. It should be always above 12, and you can turn this off or on. This switch is important. These are the remote controls for the radio and the TV. This switch, if you push it forward, turns the inverter on, so you can see the microwave is lighting up. If you put it here, it's turned off, and if you pull it towards you, that means you're running off 110 volts. I don't know where you can get it. When you turn this microwave on, if there's not enough energy, it will stop working. Then you don't have enough electricity, then you have to charge it or wait until the sun shines enough. This also can be or should be turned on and off. This will also give 110 volts when the inverter is on. Underneath here is the toolbox. Underneath here are the chairs, fishing gear, everything. You probably have to go through it to check it out. The sofas. Under the sofas there's place where we used to keep our stuff here. And on this side also we have, well, it's kind of shitty camera, so you can't see it, but everything is in there, all tools and whatnot. Word of warning with the windows. They have little things, you have to lock them down. The thing is, these blinds are very rather expensive and need very gentle care. Also, don't drive with them when they are down, because then they're gonna break. Okay. This one is missing the flipper thing. It's in a box. If you feel like it, you can screw it back on. I will let this one down now. The blinds can be adjusted here by hand on the top left corner. We took off the sticks off of it because they're gonna break the blinds. Okay, so here they are. My hat is touching it. There's lights everywhere. We put some tint on this window here, which was working, and in the front window in the back there is a tint up, but it's not glued onto it, so if you want to tint it, you will have to get it tinted yourself. The splines work too. These are different kinds, these were original like that. There's another pocket here, and here is the water pump and fire extinguisher, car jack, and so forth. We put usually the table here in between, and here we are back in the cabin. I hope I didn't forget anything. There's another set of keys, just with the ignition and stuff. We put this right there, top in the back there, so nobody just finds it by accident.
Hi, here Hainal. So Bela told you about the water pump. You press this, you hear what's going on, and it's the light here, and then maybe it's on, and then you just use it here. We use this here in the sink to make sure that we don't waste all of our water. So you will see 80 liters of water is not that much. So what I usually do, I use it for the sink, like washing myself or washing the dishes, and then I use it for the toilet, because we how to say it in English. So it's manual. You have to throw water in the toilet to get it down, because otherwise you waste all the 80 liters of fresh water. So what we do, you see these big bottles here. Whenever we fill the water tank full, we fill those guys too, because this is perfect to put into the water purification system directly with gravity, so you don't need to use to that one the water pump too. So when you are out of your fresh water from the bottles, then obviously you have to fill the water purification system from here. I'm doing it with this one. So I just put this under and I fill it. This is like 4 times a liter, and then it's full. The other important thing, in my opinion, don't drive while you have water in the system. Like if you have water like here, only like already purified water, that's okay. But this is, if you drive, this will move a bit. So don't fill up the water purification and then start to drive. We usually do it at night. Whenever you find your sleeping spot and you settle down, then you fill the whole things up. We leave the other one, which this one. Actually, I leave fresh water for you, like drinking water in it for you, okay? And we will also leave it open. So the fridge is really important. Again, this is a lock, so don't drive if it's open, because then you will face the problem which we faced already a couple of times. Then the whole fridge is just opening up while you're driving. This sofa you can actually use like this. You see, this is behind the sofa. So if you use like we use, because now it's wider, then whenever it's happening, it doesn't go all the way, you see, because at least it keeps it, doesn't let the fridge open 100%. So you see this product, this is what we used in the toilet. This is, if you can maybe even read it. So this is like a clean stuff for breaking down all the waste, which I suggest you actually, if you don't have too much luggage, check out still in Spain and buy, because I haven't found it one here in Mexico. Bela said he's pretty sure it's available in a marine shops, but maybe that is like, I don't know, more expensive than in Spain anywhere. Okay, now it starts to be really dark, but I still keep doing this. Here you have the tablecloth. Here we left you a small hammock, and those are like clothes for either clean the floor, for example, or what is we found out is better if you put a cloth